This Christmas your person is ready to break the silence and come closer. Don't scroll, listen to this, because this message is for you and your heart needs this right now, and the timing of you hearing these words is not random, it's sacred, it's seasonal, it's the universe leaning in close and whispering truth while the world slows down. So don't scroll, listen to this, because Christmas carries a frequency that softens walls, melts fear, and brings honesty to the surface, and someone connected to you can feel that shift happening inside them right now. Listen to this, the silence you've been sitting with wasn't emptiness, it was preparation, it was fear learning how to loosen its grip, it was love waiting for safety, and your heart needs this right now because silence doesn't break when pressure is applied, it breaks when courage finally outweighs fear. Don't scroll, listen to this. Your person has been holding words in their chest for longer than you realize, replaying conversations, rereading old messages, feeling the weight of everything they never said, and Christmas energy has a way of making what's unspoken feel heavier than what's said. Listen to this, they've tried to convince themselves that waiting was the responsible thing, that distance was protective, that staying quiet was kinder, but something about this season is changing that narrative. Don't scroll, listen to this, lights, music, familiar traditions, late nights, quiet moments when the noise fades, all of it is stirring memory and meaning, and your heart needs this right now because when meaning rises, avoidance loses power. Listen to this, they've been feeling you more strongly, not in a frantic way, but in a steady, undeniable awareness, like your presence has been walking beside them even when you're not physically there. Don't scroll, listen to this, soulmate connections don't disappear during silence, they deepen. They communicate through sensation, through sudden thoughts, through emotional waves that don't have a clear source, and your heart needs this right now because you may have felt it too, a warmth, a calm ache, a sense that something is aligning without you having to chase it. Listen to this, angels have been close during this season, closer than usual, not to rush anything, but to guide it gently, and signs have been appearing, repeated numbers when you least expect them. 11 when you think of love, 222 when you question timing, 444 when you need reassurance, 555 when something inside you whispers that movement is coming. Don't scroll, listen to this, those numbers aren't counting down, they're grounding you, reminding you to stay present while truth organizes itself. Your heart needs this right now because presence is what allows love to approach without chaos. Listen to this, your person has been noticing these signs too, maybe not labeling them, but feeling guided, slowed down, nudged toward reflection instead of distraction. Don't scroll, listen to this, Christmas has a way of asking people who they really want to be close to, who they miss when things are quiet, who feels like home when the year exhales, and your heart needs this right now because you are part of that question for them. Listen to this, they're realizing that silence no longer feels neutral, it feels dishonest. And honesty is getting louder with every passing day. Don't scroll. Listen to this, they don't want to break the silence with confusion, they want to break it with intention, and that's why this has taken time. Your heart needs this right now because intentional love moves slower but lasts longer. Listen to this, they've been feeling the internal push and pull, the desire to reach out and the fear of disrupting peace. But Christmas energy dissolves that fear by reminding people what really matters. Don't scroll. Listen to this, this season is about closeness, forgiveness, warmth, and the courage to show up imperfectly but honestly. Your heart needs this right now because honesty is safer now than it used to be. Listen to this, you've grown, you're calmer, more grounded, more discerning, and the universe waited until your nervous system could receive truth without spiraling. Don't scroll, listen to this. That's why this is happening now and not before, because before would have felt destabilizing. And now it feels like recognition, listen to this. You may notice a strange mix of peace and anticipation as you hear this, not anxiety, not urgency, but a quiet sense that something is aligning, and that's your confirmation. Don't scroll, listen to this. Your person has been imagining what it would feel like to come closer, not dramatically, not with grand declarations, but simply with presence, consistency, effort, and that imagining is becoming harder to ignore. Your heart needs this right now because imagining with calm is the first step toward action. Listen to this. They don't want to show up halfway, they want to show up correctly, and that desire is reshaping their courage. Don't scroll, listen to this. Christmas has a way of reminding people that life is short, that connections matter, that regret weighs more than vulnerability, and that reminder is pressing on their heart. Your heart needs this right now because vulnerability no longer feels like danger to you. Listen to this. You've learned how to self-soothe, how to pause, how to respond instead of react, and that wisdom is what makes this approach possible. Don't scroll, listen to this. The universe will not deliver love that destroys your peace, only love that respects it, and respect is present here. Listen to this. You may feel moments where you sense them thinking about you at the same time you think about them, and that's not coincidence. That's energetic alignment tightening gently. Don't scroll. Listen to this. The silence is thinning, not because of pressure, but because readiness has arrived. Your heart needs this right now because readiness feels calm, not chaotic. Listen to this. The way this unfolds won't feel like a shock, it will feel like something finally clicking into place. Don't scroll, listen to this. Christmas doesn't force confessions, it invites honesty, and honesty is what's preparing to step forward. Your heart needs this right now because you don't need to push, chase, or prove anything. What's meant to come closer is already moving in your direction. Listen to this. The first sign may not be dramatic, it may be subtle, a message, a gesture, a shift in presence that feels different than before, and that difference is everything. Don't scroll, listen to this. When it happens, your body will know before your mind explains it, your breath will deepen, your shoulders will soften, your heart will feel relief instead of panic. And that's how you'll know this message was for you, because what's coming closer this Christmas isn't chaos, it's clarity, it isn't intensity, it's intention, and it isn't meant to disrupt your life, it's meant to fit into it naturally. Stay open, stay grounded, because the season of silence is ending, and the season of gentle truth is beginning. Don't scroll, listen to this, because this message is for you and your heart needs this right now. And if you're still here, it's because the universe is continuing the conversation it already started with your spirit. Listen to this. This is the phase where the energy shifts from preparation to motion, from internal awareness to subtle action, and nothing about this is accidental. Don't scroll, listen to this. The person you're connected to is feeling the pressure of truth rising in a way they can't ignore anymore, not as panic, not as chaos, but as a steady knowing that staying silent is no longer aligned with who they're becoming. Your heart needs this right now because alignment always asks for courage. Listen to this. They've been noticing how often you cross their mind during moments of stillness, not during distraction, but when the noise fades, when the lights are low, when the day ends and honesty has space to breathe. Don't scroll. Listen to this. That's when your presence becomes undeniable, not as longing, but as clarity. Your heart needs this right now because clarity feels different than attachment. Listen to this. Attachment pulls, clarity settles, and what they're feeling now is settling into truth. Don't scroll, listen to this. they've been reflecting on how the silence once felt manageable, even necessary, but now feels heavy, like unfinished business. Like a door left slightly open that won't stop creaking. Your heart needs this right now because unfinished emotional energy always seeks resolution. Listen to this. Angels have been nudging gently, not pushing them toward dramatic gestures, but guiding them toward consistency, honesty, and presence. Don't scroll. Listen to this. You may notice signs increasing, not louder, but clearer. Numbers repeating when you're grounded, not anxious. 111 when intention locks in. 222 when balance replaces doubt. 333 when reassurance arrives without explanation. 444 when protection feels strong around your heart. 555 when momentum becomes impossible to ignore. Your heart needs this right now because these signs aren't about prediction, they're about alignment. Listen to this. The universe is slowing everything down so nothing breaks under pressure. Don't scroll. Listen to this. This connection isn't being rushed because rushed love fractures, and what's forming now is meant to last. Your heart needs this right now because lasting love respects timing. Listen to this. The person you're connected to has been rehearsing conversations internally, not scripting lines, but feeling into honesty, asking themselves not, what do I say, but, how do I show up, and that question marks a shift. Don't scroll. Listen to this. Showing up is different than reaching out. It requires presence, accountability, and follow-through. Your heart needs this right now because you've learned the difference. Listen to this. The universe has seen how you no longer romanticize potential without evidence. And that discernment has changed the energetic rules of this connection. Don't scroll. Listen to this. They feel it. They sense that approaching you now requires sincerity, not charm, effort, not excuses. Your heart needs this right now because your standards have refined. Listen to this. Refinement doesn't close hearts. It clarifies pathways. Don't scroll. Listen to this. You may feel moments of sudden calm lately. Moments where you're okay regardless of outcome, and that calm isn't indifference, it's self-trust. Your heart needs this right now because self-trust is magnetic. Listen to this. Angels are protecting that calm by preventing premature moves, premature words, premature disclosures. Don't scroll. Listen to this. Not everything delayed is denied. Some things are preserved. Your heart needs this right now because preservation keeps things intact. Listen to this. The person you're connected to is also noticing that distractions don't work the way they used to, that staying busy doesn't quiet the truth anymore, and that realization is sobering. Don't scroll. Listen to this. Sobriety brings focus. Your heart needs this right now because focus precedes action. Listen to this. They've started noticing what drains them emotionally and what restores them, and thoughts of you restore rather than exhaust. Don't scroll. Listen to this. Restoration is a sign of alignment. Your heart needs this right now because aligned love doesn't deplete. Listen to this. The universe is also reminding you not to shrink your life while this unfolds, not to pause your joy or dull your light, because what's meant to come closer will integrate into your world, not replace it. Don't scroll. Listen to this. Integration is how you know it's real. Your heart needs this right now because disruption belongs to lessons, not destiny. Listen to this. Destiny moves with you, not against you. Don't scroll. Listen to this. You may notice that you're less tempted to check, to analyze, to seek reassurance, and that's growth. Your heart needs this right now because growth creates space. Listen to this. Space allows truth to approach without resistance. Don't scroll. Listen to this. The silence between you and this person is no longer empty. It's charged with intention. Your heart needs this right now because intention changes energy. listen to this. Angels are guiding both of you to stay emotionally regulated, to not let fear rush or nostalgia pull, to meet in the present. Don't scroll, listen to this. Meeting in the present is where real connection forms. Your heart needs this right now because you're no longer living in past pain or future fantasy. Listen to this. You're here, grounded, aware, open. Don't scroll, listen to this. The person you're connected to is sensing that openness and it's drawing them forward gently, not forcefully. Your heart needs this right now because force never creates safety. Listen to this. Safety is being built quietly through restraint, reflection, and respect. Don't scroll, listen to this. Respect shows up as timing done right. Your heart needs this right now because timing protects hearts. Listen to this. You may feel subtle emotional releases lately, like old tension leaving your body, and that's preparation. Don't scroll, listen to this. Preparation doesn't feel dramatic, it feels grounding. Your heart needs this right now because grounding keeps you aligned. Listen to this. When the silence finally breaks, it won't feel like pressure, it will feel like relief, not because everything is solved, but because honesty is present. Don't scroll, listen to this. Honesty is the foundation. Your heart needs this right now because foundation matters more than fireworks. Listen to this. The universe is reminding you that fireworks fade, but foundations hold. Don't scroll, listen to this. You're being prepared to receive words without losing yourself in them, to listen without abandoning your needs, to stay present in truth. Your heart needs this right now because presence is power. Listen to this. The next step may arrive quietly, a message that feels intentional, a moment of connection that feels different than before, and that difference is your sign. Don't scroll, listen to this. Difference is discernible when you're grounded. Your heart needs this right now because discernment keeps you safe. Listen to this. You don't need to rush toward what's coming. It's already finding its way to you. Don't scroll, listen to this. The universe doesn't tease, it aligns. Your heart needs this right now because alignment feels steady. Listen to this. If you feel steadier reading this instead of anxious, that's confirmation. Don't scroll, listen to this. What's unfolding is happening at the exact pace needed to protect both hearts, and the silence you've been sitting with is transforming into intention, presence, and approach. Stay open. Stay grounded, because what comes next won't ask you to abandon yourself, it will meet you where you are. Don't scroll, listen to this, because this message is for you and your heart needs this right now, and the reason you're still here is because the universe is moving into the most delicate phase of this unfolding. Listen to this. This is where intention starts to turn into emotional courage, where feelings that were once carefully contained begin pressing gently but persistently toward expression. Don't scroll, listen to this. The person connected to you is no longer asking themselves if they should come closer, they're asking themselves how to do it without breaking what's sacred, and that question alone tells you everything. Your heart needs this right now because sacred love moves with care. Listen to this. They've been feeling moments of internal stillness followed by sudden emotional clarity, moments where everything quiets and one truth rises above the noise, and that truth is you. Don't scroll, listen to this, not as fantasy, not as longing, but as recognition. Your heart needs this right now because recognition doesn't demand urgency, it brings calm certainty. Listen to this. They've started to notice how their body responds when they think about reaching out to you versus staying silent, how one brings ease and the other brings tension, and that contrast is guiding them. Don't scroll, listen to this. Guidance often shows up as discomfort with what no longer fits. Your heart needs this right now because you've felt that before. Listen to this. You've learned that discomfort doesn't mean danger, it means growth. don't scroll, listen to this. Angels are working subtly in this phase, not through dramatic signs, but through alignment, through timing that feels natural, through nudges that feel like inner permission. Your heart needs this right now because permission is what allows courage to move forward. Listen to this. You may notice that your dreams have shifted lately, less chaotic, more symbolic, more focused on feeling than storyline, and that's because your subconscious is integrating truth. Don't scroll, listen to this. Dreams are where the soul speaks when the mind is quiet. Your heart needs this right now because your soul has been communicating all along. Listen to this. The universe has also been placing small mirrors in your path, conversations that echo your thoughts, songs that reflect your emotional state, random moments where the idea of connection feels softer instead of heavy. Don't scroll, listen to this. Softness is the sign that fear is loosening its grip. Your heart needs this right now because fear once shaped how you loved. Listen to this. Now awareness does. Don't scroll, listen to this. The person who loves you has been confronting their own patterns, noticing where they used to avoid, delay, or intellectualize emotion, and those patterns are losing power. Your heart needs this right now because awareness dissolves old defenses. Listen to this. They're beginning to understand that protecting themselves by staying silent also meant protecting themselves from intimacy, and intimacy is what their soul is craving now. Don't scroll, listen to this. Intimacy doesn't start with grand gestures, it starts with honesty. Your heart needs this right now because honesty is safer than uncertainty. Listen to this. The universe is also reminding you not to romanticize struggle, not to mistake delay for depth. Don't scroll, listen to this. Depth doesn't require suffering, it requires presence. Your heart needs this right now because presence is what you've cultivated. Listen to this. You've been staying grounded, choosing peace, responding instead of reacting, and that maturity is what's making this next step possible. Don't scroll, listen to this. Maturity attracts maturity. Your heart needs this right now because immature love exhausts you. Listen to this. The energy around this connection feels different now, less charged, more steady. And that's intentional. Don't scroll, listen to this. Steadiness is the environment where truth can survive. Your heart needs this right now because truth spoken in chaos gets distorted. Listen to this. The person you're connected to has been feeling an internal deadline that isn't tied to dates or calendars, but to integrity. Don't scroll, listen to this. Integrity has a way of creating urgency without panic. Your heart needs this right now because panic pushes. Integrity moves with purpose. Listen to this. They've realized that approaching you halfway would cost them something important, and that realization is sharpening their resolve. Don't scroll, listen to this. Resolve doesn't rush, it commits internally first. Your heart needs this right now because commitment is energy before its words. Listen to this. Angels are also guiding you to notice how your body feels when you imagine different outcomes, not to predict, but to sense alignment. Don't scroll, listen to this. Your body relaxes when something is true. Your heart needs this right now because relaxation is information. Listen to this. You may notice that when you imagine forcing clarity, your body tightens, but when you imagine allowing connection to approach naturally, your breath deepens. Don't scroll, listen to this. That contrast is guidance. Your heart needs this right now because guidance doesn't demand action. It invites awareness. Listen to this. The universe is also protecting you from premature emotional investment, from over-identifying with potential. Don't scroll, listen to this. Potential without presence drains energy. Your heart needs this right now because you've learned to value presence. Listen to this. The person who loves you is learning that too, learning that love isn't proven by longing alone, but by willingness to show up consistently. Don't scroll, listen to this. Consistency is becoming more important to them than intensity, and that's a sign of emotional growth. Your heart needs this right now because growth is attractive. Listen to this. You may feel moments where you suddenly release old expectations, where you realize you don't need this to happen a certain way to be okay, and that release is powerful. Don't scroll, listen to this. Release clears the path. Your heart needs this right now because clarity flows through open space. Listen to this. Angels are reminding you that nothing meaningful is being withheld from you. It's being timed. Don't scroll. Listen to this. Timing isn't punishment, it's precision. Your heart needs this right now because precision prevents heartbreak. Listen to this. The silence between you and this person is becoming less about distance and more about intention forming. Don't scroll. Listen to this. Intention is quiet but strong. Your heart needs this right now because strength doesn't shout. Listen to this. When the next step arrives, it may come without dramatic buildup, without emotional turbulence. Just a sense of rightness. Don't scroll, listen to this. Rightness feels simple. Your heart needs this right now because simplicity is clarity. Listen to this. The universe is also guiding you to trust your current emotional state, to notice how calm you are, how less reactive you feel, and to recognize that as readiness. Don't scroll, listen to this. Readiness doesn't demand answers, it allows them. Your heart needs this right now because allowing keeps you aligned. Listen to this. The person who loves you is sensing that alignment and it's making them feel safer about stepping forward. Don't scroll, listen to this. Safety creates courage. Your heart needs this right now because courage grounded in safety lasts. Listen to this. The next phase will not require you to abandon your routines, your joy, your sense of self. It will integrate smoothly. Don't scroll, listen to this. Integration is destiny's signature. Your heart needs this right now because destiny doesn't disrupt peace. It deepens it. Listen to this. If you feel a quiet confidence growing as you read this, that's your confirmation. Don't scroll, listen to this. You're not waiting anymore, you're aligning, and alignment is what allows love to come closer without costing you who you are. Don't scroll, listen to this, because this message is for you and your heart needs this right now, and if you've made it this far it's because the universe is drawing you deeper into understanding, not to confuse you, but to steady you. Listen to this. This phase is where quiet certainty begins to replace waiting, where what once felt suspended starts to feel inevitable. Don't scroll, listen to this. The person connected to you has crossed an internal threshold, not announced, not dramatic, but permanent, the kind of shift where once you see the truth you can't unsee it. Your heart needs this right now because permanence feels different than longing. Listen to this. Longing aches, permanence grounds, and what they're feeling now is grounding into the realization that distance no longer protects anything. It only delays what their heart already chose. Don't scroll, listen to this. They've been paying attention to how their body responds when they imagine staying silent through this season, how something tightens, how something feels unfinished, and how imagining stepping closer brings relief even if fear is present. Your heart needs this right now because relief is the soul's green light. Listen to this. Fear doesn't disappear before action, but it loses authority when alignment takes over. Don't scroll, listen to this. Angels have been reinforcing this awareness gently, through moments of stillness, through repeated numbers showing up when decisions are being contemplated. 111 when intention becomes clear, 222 when emotional balance feels possible, 333 when reassurance arrives without explanation, 444 when protection feels strong around your heart, 555 When movement becomes unavoidable, your heart needs this right now because these signs aren't pushing urgency, they're confirming readiness. Listen to this, the universe isn't rushing this connection because rushing would reopen old wounds, and you've healed too much for that. Don't scroll, listen to this, your healing changed the rules of engagement. Your heart needs this right now because you're no longer available for half steps. Listen to this, the person who loves you is sensing that too, sensing that approaching you now requires emotional honesty, consistency, and accountability, not excuses. Don't scroll, listen to this, accountability is scary for people who once hid behind silence. But it's freeing when the heart is ready. Your heart needs this right now because freedom feels like breath returning to your chest. Listen to this, you may notice that you're no longer emotionally bracing for disappointment, no longer rehearsing worst-case scenarios, and that shift is intentional. Don't scroll, listen to this, the universe removed the need for hypervigilance because what's coming doesn't require armor. Your heart needs this right now because safety is present. Listen to this. The energy around this connection feels slower but stronger, less charged but more intentional, and that's because depth is being prioritized over drama. Don't scroll, listen to this. Drama once made things feel alive, but now calm feels alive. Your heart needs this right now because calm doesn't drain you. Listen to this. The person who loves you has been sitting with their feelings instead of escaping them, letting the discomfort teach instead of distract, and that's growth. Don't scroll, listen to this. Growth doesn't announce itself. It integrates quietly. Your heart needs this right now because quiet integration is lasting. Listen to this. They've realized that approaching you isn't about proving love, it's about respecting the space you've created for yourself, and that respect is shaping their timing. Don't scroll, listen to this. Timing isn't avoidance anymore, it's preparation. Your heart needs this right now because preparation honors both hearts. Listen to this. Angels are also guiding you to notice how your intuition feels clearer now, less emotional noise, more grounded knowing. And that clarity is not accidental. Don't scroll, listen to this. Clarity arrives when fear loosens its grip. Your heart needs this right now because fear once dictated your reactions. Listen to this. Now wisdom does. Don't scroll, listen to this. Wisdom pauses, observes, and responds. Your heart needs this right now because response is power. Listen to this. You may notice that you're not trying to manifest this connection anymore, you're simply allowing, and that's the shift. Don't scroll, listen to this. Allowance is trust embodied. Your heart needs this right now because trust removes pressure. Listen to this. Pressure once distorted love for you, now ease refines it. Don't scroll, listen to this. The universe is also reminding you that this approach will feel natural, not overwhelming, not destabilizing, not like emotional whiplash, but like something easing into place. Your heart needs this right now because ease is alignment. Listen to this. The person you're connected to is becoming aware that coming closer doesn't require perfection, just honesty, and that realization is softening their fear. Don't scroll, listen to this. Softness is where courage grows. Your heart needs this right now because hardened fear keeps people stuck. Listen to this. You may feel subtle emotional releases lately, like old expectations dissolving, like your grip loosening on how things should happen. And that's preparation. Don't scroll, listen to this. Preparation feels like lightness. Your heart needs this right now because lightness makes space. Listen to this. Space allows truth to enter without resistance. Don't scroll, listen to this. The silence between you is no longer empty, it's intentional, charged with awareness and choice. Your heart needs this right now because choice is different than avoidance. listen to this. The universe is also protecting you from rushing into emotional interpretation, from assigning meaning prematurely. Because meaning will reveal itself through consistency, not words alone. Don't scroll, listen to this. Consistency is what your soul trusts now. Your heart needs this right now because words once convinced you, but actions ground you. Listen to this. The person who loves you is beginning to understand that consistency is the language you speak now, and that awareness is shaping their behavior internally before it shows externally. Don't scroll, listen to this. Internal alignment always precedes visible change. Your heart needs this right now because visible change without internal alignment collapses. Listen to this. Angels are also guiding you to stay connected to your own joy during this phase, to not make this the center of your world, because what's meant to come closer will meet you in your life, not replace it. Don't scroll, listen to this. Replacement belongs to fantasy, integration belongs to destiny. Your heart needs this right now because destiny feels steady. Listen to this. When the silence finally breaks, it won't feel like a disruption, it will feel like relief, not because everything is resolved, but because honesty is present. Don't scroll, listen to this. Honesty doesn't overwhelm when both hearts are regulated. Your heart needs this right now because regulation is what you've learned. Listen to this. The universe is preparing you to hear truth without spiraling, to stay present, to respond thoughtfully, and that readiness is why this is unfolding now. Don't scroll, listen to this. Readiness is not impatience, it's grounded openness. Your heart needs this right now because openness allows love to arrive without fear. Listen to this. The next step may arrive quietly, without fanfare, without build-up, just a moment that feels different, and you'll know. Don't scroll, listen to this. Knowing won't come with adrenaline, it will come with calm. Your heart needs this right now because calm is your confirmation. Listen to this. You're not being asked to wait anymore, you're being asked to stay present, and presence is where aligned love finds you. Stay here, stay grounded, because what's coming closer is meeting you at the level of peace you've earned. Don't scroll, listen to this. Because this message is for you and your heart needs this right now, and if you're still here it's because the universe is asking you to slow down just enough to feel what's changing beneath the surface. Listen to this. This phase isn't loud, it isn't dramatic, it's deep, and depth is where real shifts happen. Don't scroll, listen to this. The person connected to you is standing at the edge of action now. Not because they're being pushed, but because they're being pulled by truth. Your heart needs this right now because truth doesn't chase, it calls. Listen to this. They've reached the point where holding back feels heavier than stepping forward, where silence feels more risky than vulnerability, and that's the turning point. Don't scroll, listen to this. Turning points rarely announce themselves with fireworks, they arrive as quiet resolve, as a decision made internally long before it's spoken out loud. Your heart needs this right now because internal decisions are the ones that last. Listen to this. They've been replaying moments, not obsessively, but reflectively, noticing how your presence felt different than others, how conversations felt calmer, how being around you felt grounding instead of draining. Don't scroll, listen to this. Grounding is the language of the nervous system when it recognizes safety. Your heart needs this right now because safety is no longer boring to you. Listen to this. You've outgrown emotional roller coasters and mistaking intensity for intimacy, and the universe has adjusted what it allows into your field. Don't scroll, listen to this. That adjustment is why things are unfolding carefully instead of chaotically. Your heart needs this right now because careful love doesn't wound. Listen to this. Angels have been guiding this phase gently, reinforcing patience not as waiting, but as alignment, and signs have been showing up not to tease you, but to steady you. 111 When intention becomes clear. 222 When balance replaces overthinking. 333 When reassurance arrives unexpectedly. 444 When you feel protected even in uncertainty. 555 When movement feels inevitable but not rushed. Don't scroll, listen to this. These numbers aren't asking you to do anything. They're reminding you that you're already where you need to be. Your heart needs this right now because being present is your power. Listen to this. The person who loves you is sensing that power, sensing that you're no longer available for emotional limbo, and that realization is sharpening their courage. Don't scroll, listen to this. Courage doesn't mean fear disappears, it means fear no longer decides. Your heart needs this right now because you know what it's like to let fear decide. Listen to this, and you chose differently. Don't scroll, listen to this. The universe noticed, and it's responding by aligning connections that can meet you without pulling you backward. Your heart needs this right now because backward love exhausts you. Listen to this. Forward love feels steady. Don't scroll, listen to this. They've been asking themselves hard questions lately, not about you, but about themselves, about who they want to be, how they want to love, what kind of partner they're ready to show up as, and those questions matter. Your heart needs this right now because readiness isn't about timing, it's about capacity. Listen to this. Capacity to communicate, to be consistent, to stay present when things feel vulnerable. Don't scroll, listen to this. They're realizing that loving you means being willing to be seen, not perfectly, but honestly, and that realization is dissolving old defenses. Your heart needs this right now because defenses once kept people from meeting you fully. Listen to this. The energy around this connection feels more focused now, less scattered, less uncertain, and that's because intention has crystallized. Don't scroll, listen to this. Crystallized intention feels like calm determination. Your heart needs this right now because determination grounded in calm is trustworthy. Listen to this. You may notice that you're no longer fantasizing about what they might say, no longer rehearsing conversations in your head, and that's not because you don't care, it's because you trust yourself to handle whatever comes. Don't scroll, listen to this. Self-trust is the foundation of mutual trust. Your heart needs this right now because without self-trust, love feels like a gamble. Listen to this. Now it feels like a choice. Don't scroll, listen to this. Angels are also guiding you to stay anchored in your body during this phase, to notice how grounded you feel, how your reactions have softened, how you recover faster when uncertainty arises, and that's evidence of integration. Your heart needs this right now because integration means healing has landed. Listen to this. Healed energy doesn't attract chaos. It attracts clarity. Don't scroll, listen to this. The person who loves you is responding to that clarity, even if they don't consciously label it. They feel safer approaching you now because your energy isn't demanding, it's receptive. Your heart needs this right now because receptivity isn't passivity, it's openness without attachment. Listen to this. Attachment once made you overextend, now openness allows balance. Don't scroll, listen to this. Balance is what sustains connection beyond the initial spark. Your heart needs this right now because sustainability is what your soul wants. Listen to this. The universe is also reminding you not to rush the reveal, not to pressure the moment, because the way something begins shapes how it continues. Don't scroll, listen to this. Beginnings rooted in calm create endings rooted in peace. Your heart needs this right now because peace is no longer negotiable. Listen to this. The silence that once felt confusing is now becoming meaningful, like the final inhale before a conversation that matters. Don't scroll, listen to this. That inhale isn't anxiety, it's preparation. Your heart needs this right now because preparation allows words to land softly. Listen to this. When they do come closer, it won't feel like an invasion of your space. It will feel like someone stepping into alignment with you. Don't scroll. Listen to this. Alignment feels mutual. Your heart needs this right now because mutual energy doesn't drain. Listen to this. You may notice subtle shifts already, more presence, more attentiveness, more emotional availability even before anything is said, and that's not accidental. Don't scroll. Listen to this. Action often begins energetically before it becomes physical. Your heart needs this right now because you're sensitive to energy now. Listen to this. The universe sharpened that sensitivity so you could discern truth without overthinking. Don't scroll. Listen to this. Discernment keeps you from settling. Your heart needs this right now because settling once masqueraded as patience. Listen to this. But patience now feels different. It feels active, self-respecting, grounded. Don't scroll. Listen to this. The next step will not require you to abandon your routines, your joy, your sense of self. It will meet you in your life, not ask you to rearrange it around uncertainty. Your heart needs this right now because real love integrates. Listen to this. Integration is destiny's signature. Don't scroll. Listen to this. When the silence finally breaks fully, it won't feel overwhelming. It will feel like relief, like something long held finally finding its place. Your heart needs this right now because relief is how you know you're aligned. Listen to this. If you feel steadier instead of anxious reading this, that's your confirmation. Don't scroll. Listen to this. You're not waiting anymore. You're ready. And readiness is what allows love to come closer without costing you your peace. Stay present. Stay grounded, because what's unfolding now is meeting you at the level of calm, clarity, and self-respect you've worked so hard to build. Don't scroll. Listen to this, because this message is for you and your heart needs this right now. And if you've stayed with this all the way here, it's because the universe is completing a cycle, not abruptly, not dramatically, but intentionally. Listen to this. This is the phase where everything that's been building quietly is ready to land, where energy turns into presence, where intention prepares to take form. Don't scroll. Listen to this. The person connected to you has reached a point where avoidance no longer feels like safety, it feels like loss, and that realization is powerful. Your heart needs this right now because loss is what finally clarifies value. Listen to this. They're no longer questioning their feelings, they're questioning what kind of life they want to live with those feelings, and that's a much deeper reckoning. Don't scroll. Listen to this. Deep reckoning doesn't happen in chaos, it happens in stillness. In quiet moments when distractions fall away and truth has space to breathe. Your heart needs this right now because truth spoken from stillness lasts. Listen to this. They've noticed that the idea of moving forward without you feels incomplete, like something essential would be missing, and that awareness has settled into their body, not as panic, but as certainty. Don't scroll. Listen to this. Certainty feels calm, grounded, almost ordinary, and that's how you know it's real. Your heart needs this right now because real love doesn't hijack your nervous system. Listen to this. Angels have been especially close in this final phase, not sending signs to excite you, but to anchor you, reminding you that what's meant to arrive will do so without you abandoning yourself. Don't scroll. Listen to this. Divine numbers may still appear, but now they show up when you're centered, not when you're searching. 111 when awareness feels locked in. 222 when balance feels natural. 333 when reassurance settles without explanation. 444 when you feel protected even in uncertainty. 555. When the sense of forward movement becomes undeniable, your heart needs this right now because these numbers aren't asking you to prepare anymore, they're confirming that you already are. Listen to this. You've changed how you hold love. You don't grip it, you allow it, and that shift altered everything. Don't scroll. Listen to this. The universe responds differently to people who can hold openness without desperation. Your heart needs this right now because desperation repels clarity. Listen to this. Clarity is what's approaching now, not in a rush, not all at once, but steadily. Don't scroll. Listen to this. The person who loves you has been practicing honesty internally, noticing when their words match their intentions and when they don't, and that self-awareness is shaping how they prepare to show up. Your heart needs this right now because self-awareness is the foundation of emotional responsibility. Listen to this. Responsibility used to feel heavy, but now it feels necessary. Don't scroll. Listen to this. They're understanding that love without responsibility isn't love, it's longing, and longing alone no longer satisfies them. Your heart needs this right now because you outgrew longing too. Listen to this. You grew into discernment, into calm confidence, into knowing when to step back without closing your heart. Don't scroll. Listen to this. The universe noticed that growth and adjusted the timing accordingly. Your heart needs this right now because timing protects what's fragile until it's strong enough to stand. Listen to this. What's forming now is strong, not because it hasn't been tested, but because it's been tempered. Don't scroll. Listen to this. Tempered love doesn't rush declarations. It moves with intention. Your heart needs this right now because intention feels safe in your body. Listen to this. You may notice that your emotional reactions are quieter now. That uncertainty doesn't hook you the way it used to, and that's mastery. Don't scroll. Listen to this. Mastery doesn't mean you don't feel. It means feelings don't control you. Your heart needs this right now because control once came from fear. Listen to this. Now regulation comes from trust. Don't scroll. Listen to this. Trust in yourself. Trust in your intuition. Trust in timing. Your heart needs this right now because trust removes pressure from love. Listen to this. Pressure once distorted your connections, now ease refines them. Don't scroll. Listen to this. The person who loves you is sensing that ease and it's making the idea of coming closer feel less intimidating, more natural. Your heart needs this right now because natural connection doesn't require performance. Listen to this. Performance fades, but presence holds. Don't scroll. Listen to this. They're learning that presence means staying even when things feel vulnerable. Not retreating into silence at the first sign of discomfort. Your heart needs this right now because staying was something you once did alone. Listen to this. Now staying will be mutual. Don't scroll. Listen to this. Angels are also reminding you that when the silence finally breaks fully, it won't be dramatic, it will be clear. Clarity doesn't shock, it settles. Your heart needs this right now because settling feels like relief. Listen to this. Relief is how your body recognizes truth. Don't scroll. Listen to this. You won't need to analyze every word or read between lines. The energy will speak louder than the language. Your heart needs this right now because energy doesn't lie. Listen to this. The universe is also preparing you not to rush to label, define, or control what comes next, but to experience it. Don't scroll. Listen to this. Experience allows connection to reveal itself organically. Your heart needs this right now because organic growth lasts. Listen to this. Forced timelines collapse under pressure, but aligned timing holds. Don't scroll. Listen to this. You're being invited into a connection that meets you where you are now, not where you were when you were hurting. Your heart needs this right now because you're no longer that version of yourself. Listen to this. You've integrated the lessons, soften the defenses, strengthen the boundaries. Don't scroll, listen to this. Boundaries don't block love, they guide it. Your heart needs this right now because guided love doesn't wound. Listen to this. The person who loves you is beginning to understand your boundaries not as distance, but as clarity, and that understanding is changing how they approach you. Don't scroll, listen to this. Approach matters. Your heart needs this right now because approach sets the tone for everything that follows. Listen to this. The universe is also reminding you that you don't need to be on alert anymore. You don't need to brace. You don't need to prepare for disappointment. Don't scroll. Listen to this. Preparation now means openness, not armor. Your heart needs this right now because armor once kept you safe, but now it keeps love out. Listen to this. You've learned how to be open without being unprotected, and that balance is rare. Don't scroll. Listen to this. Rare energy attracts intentional connection. Your heart needs this right now because intention is what you've been calling in. Listen to this. When the final step happens, it may arrive in a way that feels almost simple. A message that feels thoughtful, a moment of presence that feels grounded, and you'll recognize the difference immediately. Don't scroll, listen to this. Difference feels like ease. Your heart needs this right now because ease is alignment. Listen to this. Alignment doesn't ask you to sacrifice yourself, it invites you to stay whole. Don't scroll, listen to this. Staying whole is your greatest protection. Your heart needs this right now because love that requires wholeness is love that lasts. Listen to this. You're not being tested anymore, you're being met, and being met feels steady, calm, and real. Don't scroll, listen to this. If you feel a quiet confidence in your chest instead of urgency, that's your confirmation. Your heart needs this right now because confidence is the sign that the cycle has completed. Listen to this. What comes next won't feel like waiting. It will feel like movement without force, clarity without pressure, closeness without fear. And that's how you'll know the universe kept its promise.